What's it smell like?
Yummy.
Hey guys, happy Homebrew Wednesday. This has been a bit of a... This might be a little bit of a weird happy Homebrew Wednesday. Not because anything particularly weird's happened, but because I actually went to do this once or twice before and I kind of just... didn't really work. Well, I didn't think it was any good. Let's start first of all with a homebrew. Now, what is this? It's been sitting in the glass for a little while. This is my affectionately named Underarm Smash. I don't know if you can see the colour. There's a bit of condensation on the glass. It was meant to be with American ale malt, and it was Gladfield American ale malt, and Motueka with US-05 or equivalent yeast. Now this is for a little smash-off comp that a few of the guys, Lord of the Dank, plus a few special guests are running with Gladfield. I believe Chris from No Quarter Brewing, he's fronting up this one, and so he's organising it, so top work Chris. This was my trial brew. I don't really know Motueka very well, and it was all going really good. Then I went to put the bag of grain away, and it's German Pilsner malt, wasn't it? It wasn't American ale malt, so so hence it's called the Underarm Smash. But anyway, let's see what it tastes like. Now it's pretty young. It's only been in the keg 2 days. Motueka is kind of Saaz parentage. It's really citrusy, specifically lemon and lemon zest. I keep my recipe a bit close to my person, but hang on a minute. Sorry about that. Kids coming to say goodnight. So where was I? The smell. Yeah, citrusy, a little bit spicy, a little bit Saaz-y, but this is way more citrusy, and specifically lemony than Saaz. And on the taste, getting a lot of lemon up front. Again, that's sort of Saaz-y, spicy, slightly floral. Smell. Not bad. Anyway, the real reason why I wanted to do a trial brew for this was to see if my hop schedule was right. See if my hopping rate and schedule was good. I think this is pretty good. I don't know that I'll change that much in my final brew, but I now have to do a bit of guesswork to see what the American ale malt will do, because I think I've got time for one last crack at it before I have to get the beers off up to Brisbane to then go to New Zealand. So, you know, there's that. What else has been happening? I have been brewing. The last beers that I told you about was Phil's Wish and the hoppy American wheat beer. They've gone, smashed those kegs. And I brewed the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. I know that Dude Brews did a video on that not long ago. But yeah, I wanted to do the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale before I saw him do it, so that kind of gave me a little bit of a kick to do it. It was okay. There's a teeny bit left in the keg. I don't want to have too many beers here, so I actually did my Homebrew Wednesday, so I might just insert it here, talk about the beer, and we'll come back. So anyway, I just stole away on this glorious afternoon. It's in the sort of high 20s, bit of a breeze, beautiful day. Because we've been smashing through this keg quite a lot in the last couple of days. This is my Sierra Nevada Pale Ale clone, which it's only been in the keg about 3 days. It's not particularly clear, and I'm not terribly happy with it. It's got all the flavours there, but it's just not as crisp as the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. I think that's because I didn't aerate the wort enough, and my WP 001 I didn't do a starter with it, so I think those two things combined, it took about 2 to 3 weeks to ferment. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to put it down to anyway. It could be water profile as well. Anyway. So yeah, that was that beer. Me, my father-in-law and my brother-in-law especially, over the weekend we completely demolished that keg. There's probably a litre or less in the keg. I wasn't terribly happy with it. Well, I wasn't not happy with it, but it wasn't quite as crisp. But mind you, it is getting better in the keg. So I think we just need to just leave it. Let it just age just that little bit. I also brewed, well, the smash off. I didn't do a grains class for this one because the brew day was completely, after I realised I was using the wrong malt and then had a big, it all kind of went to but anyway, that's it. Next up, I'm going to do the Mango Lassie IPA with the Quake yeast. I was going to do a stout for St. Pat's Day, but then I realised that St. Pat's Day was a week earlier than I actually thought it was. So it wasn't going to be ready in time, even with the Quake yeast. So, there you go. I've had a bit of trouble with my kegs. Well, kegs have been okay, but I've had gas leaks. And it's that little part of the... at the bottom of the regulator where the gas line connects on to the bottom of the regulator, just after your little ball valve there. There's a little split in it because I've recently moved the whole gas cylinder outside the fridge, and I think the gas line was a little bit short. There's a little bit of pressure on it, and also it's an old gas line. So it's not the most flexible. So I've tried repairing that twice, and I kept cutting it off, refitting it, kept splitting after a day or two. So I went out and replaced the gas line, and fingers crossed, it's all good. It's looking good now. The line itself is much more supple, and so I'm hoping the beer gods are smiling on me. Anyway, what else has been happening? I also had a mate of mine who I haven't seen in ages, but now that I'm back in Newcastle, I'm kind of reconnecting with a lot of old friends. Mick came over, and he's been brewing extract homebrew for a little while, but he hasn't brewed in sort of 4 or 5 years, and he wanted to kind of see what all grain was about. And so he came over and we brewed the Brewdog Alpha Pop. It's a sort of a pale ale with CTZ and Artanum. I dry hopped with 280 grams, like 140 of each. It's just ridiculous. So I did it at Brew Day again. I started doing a video, and I kind of was like, I just preferred to, chat with my mate and concentrate on that, and talking about trying to teach him about all grains. So we did that. So they're the 3 brews that I've done between Brew Day videos, but I'll get back on the Brew Day footages in the near future. I've had a couple of beers that I've been hanging on to, just because I don't want to drink them all really quickly. This is from Beer Fanboy. This is number 36. Sent all the way from Canada, so it still blows my mind that people have been shipping me beers from interstate. Just talk about the beer. I'm trying to shake it up. I don't know if you can see this. It's crystal clear in the bottle. But what is it? This is a Scottish export 80 style. Brewed March, so it's almost a year old. I left this one till last because it didn't seem that this was going to matter too much if the hop presence sort of died off. The other two were IPAs. What do we got? And grist, we got Golden Promise, Maris Otter, Cara Red, Cara Foam, and acidulated malt and chocolate malt. Hop schedule, bittered with Columbus, East Kent Goldings, Flame Out, and Columbus in Whirlpool. Cool, with the Edinburgh Scottish Ale yeast. WLP 028. So, Beardy Brews opener. Hopefully this is not going to go everywhere. Ooh, nice little hiss. It was very ginger with the opening. Doug. This is off the kegs, I'm going all in. Oh my lord. Wow. Well, this light's a bit piss poor. I don't know if you can see, but that is a super, super clear beer. Not a lot of head, but there's a little bit of carbonation in there. I'm getting sort of dark fruits, prunes, caramel, slight it's not alcohol, so it's almost like a bit of a sherry smell maybe. Anyway, so let's go for a taste. Oh, caramel, toffee, sweetness in the mouthfeel, in the what am I trying to say? Apologies for that facial expression. Yeah, really nice toffee, caramel flavours in the malt. It's really light floral flavours as well. I'm guessing that's the East Kent Goldings. Yeah, giving it sort of an earthy floral notes. Not getting an awful lot of the Columbus, but maybe that's just giving it that little bit of zing on the tongue. And that Scottish ale yeast. I've had a few of them before. I wouldn't say I'm hugely familiar with the yeast, but I definitely recognise that Scotch ale sort of flavour. It finishes quite dry. It's got those nice caramel, sort of like a bit like an amber ale. Excuse me, in terms of the malts. Yeah, it always happens with these beers that have been sitting around. They look flat, give them a swirl, carbonation comes up. Anyway, so yeah. I'll continue to enjoy that. Again, thanks Doug for from Beer Fanboy for sending that over. That's the last of your beers, and I've enjoyed them all. I can't remember if I've definitely reviewed all three that I got out of 4 because one broke, but I'm unsure if I've put the second one up. Anyway, Doug, if you're watching, if I haven't, So let me know, because I have filmed it. It'll be on my computer somewhere. So yeah, that's about all that's happening. Going to go and share. I've joined a local homebrew group, the Hunter United Brewers United Hunter, something like that. A local homebrew club. They meet on the third Friday of every month, and this one it's a St. Pat Day's special. So they said I was going to brew the stout, as I said, but I realised I ran out of time, so I'm just going to take some of my Black Hole Imperial Stout and my Black Forest Cake Imperial Stout. So I'm rocking up with 2 beers, 10% and 12%. Let's see if I can snag a lift for that one. But anyway, I just wanted to get on and wish everyone a happy Homebrew Wednesday, and hope everyone's having a great week with your beer-related activities. And yeah, cheers from Double Parked Stass from Stass Brewing. So I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Not so great together.